All right, welcome back to the Success is a Choice podcasting network. I'm Jamy Bechler. We're here at the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. We have a very, 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 very special guest. We have Shaun Alexander, one of the greatest running backs in the history of mankind. Shaun Alexander, appreciate you. What brings you out to this? Just in the neighborhood? Just thought you'd stop by?
Jamie, I was just on a jog and I was like, no. When you hear about people want to encourage others about being a father, you want to get excited about one of the greatest jobs and titles you can ever have, which is a father. I said, yeah, I can be a part of that. And Anthony Munoz was like a living icon when I was in middle school, and from living about Florence, Kentucky, it's 10 minutes outside of Cincinnati, Ohio, and so it was really cool to become the ambassador for this and be invited by him. And it's been really fun and exciting to encourage and inspire people about one of the greatest titles they can ever have.
So, your career, we're all familiar with your career. Great career. Looking back on it, what stands out the most to you? Like, what is that thing that you grab a hold of other than just playing in the NFL?
Yeah, when I think about it now, I've been retired for some years now. I think about me being at a high school that was ranked national, and then being at Alabama, where it's always on and rocking, and then going to Seattle, where I think they had been to the playoffs 3 times in their history. And now I look back and everybody sees the 12s and everybody thinks this is the hardest stadium to play in, or at least one of. And you get there, and if you get a win, it's considered a great win. And that's not what I walked into. And so when I think back of my career, I think of how we changed the culture of football in Seattle.
Absolutely. And, I was thinking maybe you would say being on Madden, being on the cover of Madden, being a guy that grew up playing Madden.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's, all the individual awards, winning the MVP, going to the Super Bowl for the first time, and being on Madden, and all those things are genuine. Is Seattle still is expected to be winners. Even you lose Russell Wilson, they're like, how is Seattle going to do that? I mean, they're going to figure it out, right? And it's part of some of the foundational things that I got to be a part of, changing Seattle from a great city to a town that it's a championship city where they win. I think we won a division 4 years in a row, and playoffs 5 years in a row. So there is some stuff that when people think of Seattle, it's not like the people did in the last 20 years of Seattle football. It's been totally different than the first 25.
Who do you like to watch? Are there players that you really appreciate their game now and you just enjoy watching them?
It's a little bit of Bama bias, but I've been really proud of all my little nephews that are in the league now. But Derrick Henry and his work ethic and his desire to be great is still the top. I think he's the best running back in the NFL, and every year he tries to go out and prove it.
Absolutely. Well, we'll get you out on this. You talk about what you did helping build Seattle. It's great to see them still doing well. We're here at the Fatherhood Festival. Legacy.
Yep.
Fathers, what they can pass down to their kids. How important is that?
Yeah, that's the question I ask everybody that I have a relationship with. What do you want to leave when you're gone? And some of that is all available to be set by you. And so whether it's money, then that's a thing. If it's houses, that's a thing. And so all material things can happen. But then there could be a thought process or a word or an image. I always tell people finish the game. It's one of our trademarks. But then also I talk about faith. Like, do you want to be known to leave a legacy of what Jesus did for your life and be an encourager of the good news? But then at the end of the day, like, fathers have that. They have the potential to set something that could go way longer than them for generations. And so that's what I call a true legacy, being a real impact to your community is raising your children.
Absolutely. Great. Well said. He's Shaun Alexander, former NFL MVP, one of the greatest running backs of all time. I'm Jamy Bechler, Success is a Choice Podcast Network. We'll be back with another guest in a little bit. Thank you, Shaun.
No doubt, Jay.